Hi there, and welcome to Ben's Voice Narrative. I'm Benjamin Olorungbemi ADEBAYO, and this poem of mine you're about to listen to is titled, Tell Pius to not gaslight me. Tell Pius to stop gaslighting me. As you listen and enjoy this poem, make sure that every time you come across Pius, you have a sight to him to stop gaslighting me. Enjoy. Pius, please do not gaslight me. Someone please help me tell Pius to stop gaslighting me. Yes, I carried burdens long before you came. They pushed me, they bruised me, they stole my sleep, yet they were mine. I faced them step by painful step. With a little strength still beating on my chest. I never believed that somewhere beyond the clouds, a stranger could lift every mountain from my shoulders. If only I mastered the right words, the right rituals, the right belief. Then you came, Pius. You wrapped hope in beautiful language. You clothed certainty with holy verses. You sold me a promise, too sweet for sorrow, too bright for doubt. You told me that everything would become whole again if only I trusted Jane. Jane, a stranger from a distant land, whose name had never echoed through the valleys of my fathers. You said, believe, confess, follow, obey, and blind eyes would awaken to light. Deaf ears would dance with sound. The crippled would outrun the wind. The barren would cradle children. The dying would laugh again. Even the soil beneath my feet would bloom with plenty. It sounded impossible, yet I believed. I trusted you. I trusted Jane. I laid doubts at your altar. I clothed the poor with garments I could scarcely replace. Because you said, Jane delighted in cheerful sacrifice. I have abandoned the gods of my fathers. Because you warned that Jane was jealous of divided affection. I walked away. I walked away from familiar songs. I forgot familiar names, silenced familiar prayers, until only Jane occupied my lips. I obeyed. I endured. I waited. Years passed. Years passed. Then more years. Nothing changed. The blind remained blind. The graves remained full. The barren still counted empty nights. My own wounds refused to close. Our fields remained broken. Our homes remained hungry. Our losses grew heavier than the promises that carried them. So I asked, Pius, why? If Jane is everything you claimed, why does misery still know my address? Why does grief still remember my name? Why has hope grown old beside me? But instead of answering, you blamed me. You said I had not trusted enough. You said I had not prayed enough. not surrendered enough.
not loved enough, not believed enough. My unanswered prayers became my fault. My waiting became my weakness. My suffering became evidence that I lacked faith. When I insisted that I believed, you answered, not deeply enough. When I cried, I have obeyed, you replied, not completely enough. When I protested that I've sacrificed everything, you whispered, Jane deserves even more. And somehow, every failed promise became my failure, never yours. Pius, what else could I possibly give? I have already emptied my hands. Must I empty my soul as well? Now look at me. Now look at me. My hair has surrendered to gray. My strength has learned to limp. The years have swallowed my youth. Yet, every question still receives the same reply. Jane never promised a life without pain. You are storing treasures beyond the grave. Count it all joy. Your reward is waiting elsewhere above. Elsewhere. Always elsewhere, Pius. Tomorrow. Never today. Another life. Never this one. Never this life. Pius, at least be fair. If I have loved as you instructed me, why insist I have never loved enough? If I believed as you demanded of me, why declare my faith too small? If I asked and kept asking, why invent invisible forces that intercepted Jane's replies? If every unanswered prayers could always be explained away, then what promise could ever be proven false? Tell me, Pius, when does hope stop becoming hope and start becoming an endless excuse? When does faith cease to heal and begin to imprison? When does comfort become control? Pius, if every disappointment is always my fault, if every day is always my lesson, if every silence is always Jane's wisdom, if every promise is hidden behind appointed time, then tell me, what promise could ever fail? Please, do not gaslight me. And people, please tell Pius not to gaslight me.
I'm Benjamin Olorungbemi ADEBAYO. Remember, every time you say Pius, tell him to stop gaslighting me. See you next time.